Hello everyone, today we have ourselves a fun little backyard locust removal. It's hanging over the neighbor's fence, it's hanging over the neighbor's tree, and it's hanging over the customer's house. So let me go back there and show you exactly what we got going on. Today I'm working for Osage Jon again. You've seen him in some other videos. Always love working with John, it's always a good time. Unfortunately, today started with a little bit of a snafu. He was backing his chipper in, and the truck turned tight enough to catch the radiator, and so we're not going to be able to do any chipping today. Normally that's a bummer all the way around, but there is a silver lining. We'll be able to film without too much chipper noise, so hopefully we won't have to do any voiceover. You guys can enjoy this video just as it happens to me up there in the tree. Here's our victim for today. It's nothing too crazy, but it's locust, it's heavy. We got really nice ground we want to protect and everything like that. Obviously the house, neighbors stuff too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the rigging set up down here, get the GRCS in the tree, get a rope up in the tree. I'll get up there and we'll continue from there. Alrighty gang, we're all set up in this tree now. We've got a secondary rigging block down there with our primary up here. We've got our rigging rope, rigging rope. We've got our climbing rope tied in on that spar, so it's completely independent. We will have to rig off of that spar for the other side of the tree, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go down there and rig all the stuff that's over towards the house. I like to get the tough stuff out of the way first. Just makes things go easier in the end because you got the most resources to do all of that with. Go ahead and get over there and start swinging stuff over here. Alrighty, we got our rigging rope tied on to the end of this branch out here. It reaches down over and touches the house. We probably could just swing it away and it would drag the shingles a little bit, but we've got the GRCS down there, and so we're going to put a little bit of lift on it, and that'll help it lift up, and then we'll cut it and it'll swing away, and it'll be less intrusive on the house, and that'll end up for a better service provided in the end. Go ahead and pre-tension. That's good. See how that does for us. We might do some more. Yeah. I'm gonna make some cuts. Go ahead and crank some more. I cut my hinge angle just a little bit wrong. It could have been better, so it's more twisting off of there than anything. Keep cranking. Yeah, look at that. That's real nice. I'll go ahead and cut this off. Let me go ahead and cut this off. Don't approach it yet. I think it needs a little nudge. Oh, needs a little more cutting, I guess. There it goes. Very nice, and you can lower that down at your leisure. All right, we got the same thing going on here. We're up higher. That was our last cut down there. We're up on this bar. We got a bunch more clearance, but we're still gonna pre-tension it pretty good just because we can and it doesn't hurt. So go ahead and crank on that. That's probably good. Say what? Yes, it is. We're definitely pulling sideways on that spar rigging point up there, which, you know, you can do a little bit of, just not too much. Just gotta stop before it breaks. There we go. Nicely done. All right, that was the last one. And next I'd like to rig this piece off. It's a little more upright and it's a little bit higher. And consequently, this limb over there is kind of in the way. So you might say, well, Zach, why didn't you go cut that off when you were over there? I didn't, because there was a couple limbs below it that would have really hung it up if we were going to swing over. So now that stuff's out of the way, we can go ahead and cut that thing out of our way to do this one. Sometimes it's just a matter of bouncing around to do the right limbs in the right order. And it's not always fun, but it's what you gotta do. So we'll save ourselves a little bit of effort by tying it on up here and then just going down there and cutting it. That way we don't have to actually go out on this limb. I'll make life a little easier, so. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Running bowling. And voila. I can go rig that piece out quick. Go ahead and give it a yank to give it just some tension. Yeah, there we go. Real nice. Yep. Very nice. That was a good one. Now we have a pretty clear path to swing that limb over here like we've been doing, so we'll just buzz back over there and tie a rope on and cut it off. Oh, not far enough. There we go. All right, there we go. Nice work.
I kind of like being a ground guy.
You like being a ground guy? I'm glad to hear that. All right, we got all the stuff off the house, so that part's done. We still got to go up there and get some stuff off of the neighbor's maple tree there, but we're going to change up our rigging points to do that because that side of the tree is too far to swing all the way around to a rigging point up there. So while I'm down here at this elevation, though, I'm going to free fall some stuff to get out of our way and just make our lives a little easier. Oop, almost too far there. That landed nice and flat. That's a situation where a fast cut and saw kind of makes a difference, and this thing, well, it cut fast enough to do it. And then it decided to throw the chain. That's cool. Got its own little onboard tool, so we can fix that real quick. It wasn't the saw's fault it threw the chain. That was my fault for trying to push that piece of wood with it. Oh, it threw it off the sprocket too. I do wish this bar nut was captive. That would be nice. That back for next time. Now this whole stem here leans out over the backyard, so we're just going to send it down there willy-nilly. Got good forward weight and everything. It'll go real smooth. Nice. Kissed the maple limb over there a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Or at least no damage done anyway. Got another big lead we can send out of here. Nice. Well, we're done with all of our rigging from this point. So we'll go ahead and take this rigging point out of here, and then we can flop this whole lead into that space. As you can see, this lead leans out kind of over the corner of the patio where those flower pots and my gear is, so we're going to put our notch on it to steer it kind of back this way. We're going to come back down below this union, so we've got a little more hinge wood to work with, a little more width and girth to this piece. That'll help the hinge be stronger. And there we go, we cleared it by a mile. We're done with that block. Oh, you kidding me? That's what I get for trying to show off for the camera. We'll try it again. We're done with this block. Nicely done, thank you. Well, now we've got everything over there gone and everything over there gone. So the last thing to do here is this stem that leans up in the neighbor's maple tree, and then our tie-in stem. We'll do this one last because we're gonna need it to get that down. But let me scramble on over there real quick and we'll get to rigging. Got our rigging line tied on out there, up to the pulley or the block, and down to the GRCS. You can go ahead and crank on that. We'll get some pre-tension. Watch it move up out of there. Yeah, it's very nice. It reaches way into that maple tree. That's probably good. I'll make some cuts and he'll crank some more. It's already making noise. It's trying to go a little prematurely. Crank some more. See the fiber separating over here. Stop. I should have faced this hinge that way. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe the heat's getting to me. Crank a little more.
Already was.
Perfect, thank you. Keep going. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now we can give this the kick of victory. Very nice. And of course, that is going to get hung up in the worst way possible in those stubs that I left down there. Another limb has got to come out just like the last one, so we'll go ahead and put some pre-tension on it. Go ahead. Yeah, very nice. Stop. This one's not nearly as tangled, so I'm sure it'll go easier. Very good. All right, this one's tied above our rigging point, so that makes it a little bit tricky, but I think it should come out of that maple just fine. Yeah, didn't even touch it. All right, the challenge of what we have left up here is that this limb and this limb both want to come down on this side of this maple tree. There's really no realistic amount of pulling that we can do to get them to come the other way. And if we did, it'd just be kind of a risky scenario because we'd be putting a lot of sideways force on the spar over here. So I kind of saw this coming before we got up here, and I put a ring rope and a natural crotch over in that tree so we can just gravity, you know, we won't have any GRCS or anything because of the natural crotch, but we can just swing these away from the maple that they're over and lower them down over the fence down there. So we're gonna do that and see how it goes here. Alrighty, there she is. She's tied on about halfway out there. Might be a little tip heavy, but we'll see how this goes. Didn't go too bad. There's a couple of, oh, that whole limb over there is mostly dead, it looks like. We broke a couple twigs off of that, but I guess you'll have that sometimes. Natural crotch friction was enough. It'll pull it off the fence as it comes down. And it did end up being tip heavy, like I mentioned. All right, we got the final top. This thing should behave about the same way. You ready?
Yep.
You started talking, so I quit cutting. Ooh, that might be no bueno. See if that slides out of there. I'm hoping it does. Ah, looks like it will. Worked out in the end. Maybe not the best in the world. I'm not thrilled with it, but I think it'll, well, it is what it is now, I guess. I guess the other option would have been to negative rig a bunch of small pieces out of this stem. Maybe that would have been worth the time. Maybe not. All right, now all we have is some wood to rig down. Nice. Yeah, thought I was ready to go. My goodness. Nice work. Oh, we're up here in the top. We're gonna send it over that way, but first we're gonna get rid of this side because there's just a bunch of side weight. So just send it down in a bunch of little pieces. That was less than perfect. Oh my goodness, I did it with both of them. Oh, somebody get a new climber. This one's not good anymore. Alrighty, we got our rope tied up there. We're gonna take this top all the way down here because that'll get the brush closer to the chipper and get me out of this tree faster. And since it is hot today, that's what we're doing. You ready, John? Perfect. There it is. That's what we have left. John's gonna come back and chip all this brush tomorrow after he fixes the chipper, but that's how I'm leaving it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It is a hot day, so I'm gonna get some more water. I'm gonna get headed home because I'm whooped. It wasn't even that big of a tree. It just so hot today. It sucked it out of me. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you on the next one.